Hello and welcome once again to the Daytona YouTube channel. My name is Barry Ferreira and today we've got a very special video lined up for you because we are going to be taking a deeper look at two of Aston Martin's most exclusive and rarest models of modern times, the Aston Martin Vantage GT12 and the Aston Martin Vantage GT8. Now, both of these cars are owned by the same owner and they are finished in Stratus White with the contrasting Rosso Corsa details on the likes of the winglets and the front splitter, as well as a few differences between two cars. In the GT12, for example, there are red wing mirror arms as opposed to the GT8. On the GT8, there's some red detailing along the side of the doors as opposed to the GT12, which is just white. But of course there is a multitude of carbon fiber that we will delve into later, but it's very, very nice to see two essentially completely different cars specified in the same way. Now at the end of the video we will be having a listen to both of these cars to see which you prefer is best, but stay tuned because that's coming at the end of the video. In the meantime, let's have a look at what makes both of these cars exactly so special. Let's kick off with this, the Aston Martin GT12. Now, Aston Martin revealed this car to the world in 2015 as a last limited edition run of this generation of the V12 Vantage. It's one of only 100 examples worldwide and one of only two in South Africa. It produces 595 brake horsepower or 441 kilowatts and 625 Newton meters of torque. The top speed, 300 kilometers an hour. Now, what differentiates this particular car over the standard V12 Vantage of that time is not only the increase in power, but the reduction in weight. 100 kilograms as a matter of fact. This car comes in at 1,595 kilograms. And the way Aston Martin achieved this is primarily through the large-scale use of carbon fiber. The use of carbon fiber is prominent throughout the vehicle. You can see this pretty much everywhere you look. On the bonnet, the unique horseshoe-shaped air vents you can see over here. On the wing mirrors, it's got carbon fiber. On the interior, there is an absolute array of carbon fiber everywhere. The center console, the paddle shifters, the door cards, absolutely everywhere inside the interior, as well as the roof. That's also made out of carbon fiber. What differentiates this car even further from the standard V12 Vantage is the aerodynamics. The front splitter and the massive rear spoiler are pretty much the intent of the car. It's meant for the track. It's not a top speed car necessarily, but the car you would use to take at Kyalami or a racetrack around the world. Now, this being one of 100 cars globally, it is actually individually numbered, and this particular car is number 23 of 100. Now that we've had a little look at the exterior of the car, I think it's time to hop inside and see what the interior is like. Now, as we enter the interior of the car, it is festooned with carbon fiber. What makes this particular example even more unique is the red anodized switches you have here on the center console, here on the waterfall center console that we've come to know and love from Aston Martin. Furthermore, the red accents are continued throughout the interior with the grab handles, the leather on the carbon fiber paddle shifters. We've also got the GT12 embossed and stitched into the rear of the seats, both on the driver and on the passenger side. Furthermore, the red stitching really accentuates the red details on the exterior to complement the rest of it on the interior. And of course, as you enter, the GT12 name badge is sitting proudly on the side sill. Now, despite this being pretty much the same spec as the GT8 alongside me, what differentiates the GT12 in this case is the use of gloss carbon fiber instead of the matte carbon fiber that is present on the GT8. But with that being said, let's go and have a look at some further details of the Aston Martin GT8. Alright, now let's have a look at this, the Aston Martin Vantage GT8, the V8 sibling of the GT12. Now this makes use of a 4.7 litre naturally aspirated V8 producing 440 horsepower or 328 kilowatts and around 489 Newton meters of torque. It's about 10 horsepower more than the standard V8 Vantage of that time. But like the GT12, what differentiates this from the standard car is not only the increase in power, but a 100 kilogram weight reduction over the standard V8 Vantage. Top speed 306 kilometers an hour, and as you can see, the massive rear wing, the titanium exhaust pipes, the front splitter, everything has taken inspiration from the Aston Martin Vantage GT8 race car from the year 2017, which is when this car was introduced to the world. Now, 150 GT8s were produced worldwide, and this, which makes it even more special, is the only one in South Africa. Unlike the GT12, which only came in the 7-speed sport shift automated manual gearbox, the GT8 owners could choose which gearbox they would like. You had the option of a 6-speed automated manual sport shift 2 gearbox of that time, or the one that this car has fitted, the 6-speed H-shift manual gearbox. Welcome to the interior of the Aston Martin GT8. Now, as with the GT12 next to me, this has a number of red accents which takes the spec from the outside and brings it into the interior of the car. The red stitching, also the red grab handles of the car, whereas the Vantage GT12 has the red anodized, this has normal chrome silver anodized switches here on the waterfall feature, as well as the GT8 embossing that you have on the driver's and the passenger seat. But probably the most notable difference between this and the GT12 is this: the manual 6-speed gearbox, because of course this is purely a driver's car. It has taken inspiration rather from the Vantage GT8 race car that raced at Le Mans, for example. And so Aston Martin thought, you know what, in the age of manual gearboxes being something of the past, let's put it into the GT8 and let's make it a memorable experience to anybody who drives the car. Well, there we have it, a very special look at two very unique and rare Aston Martin models that we have the pleasure of having here at the Aston Martin Johannesburg showroom. Now, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, I think it's time to have a listen to see which one of these two cars sound best. Let us know in the comments below which you prefer, the 4.7 naturally aspirated V8 of the GT8 or the 6-litre naturally aspirated V12 of the GT12. As always, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. As always, you're more than welcome to visit our website, www.daytona.co.za, or contact us via the details in the description below. Until next time.